So recently, we had a professional day in our school where a bunch of professionals came to our school to talk to us about what each of their jobs meant. The job that I decided to visit was game design, and I just wanted to learn what is it because it's very close to my interests. So, why am I interested in game design? First, I have an experience with programming languages. Even my personal project, my product is based on a programming language. And the importance of programming is very vital in the future, especially in the technology driven world that we live in. And here is the calculator that I created with a programming language. As you can see, programming languages are very useful. And here's some background information about the job. So, a game designer defines how the game is played, the rules of the game, story and characters, props, and they also work with a team of artists, animators, programmers, producers, and audio engineers to create a game. And what are the requirements for becoming a game designer? So they have to have creativity and originality. They have to be fluent in all software types. They have to understand the target market and audience, such as the age group, the gender. They have to have problem solving skills so that they can go through the mistakes in their code and correct them. They have to enjoy it so that they don't get bored while doing it and they're always inspired. And also, they have a few responsibilities while working. The concept of the game should be understood by everyone in the team that they're working with. They should also be able to adjust the game specifications regarding any difficulties. They also have to be able to test the game to check whether or not it works as they want, and they also have to ensure the game experience meets the original idea. And there's a design process while making a game. Here it is. So, game designers are mainly involved in the section called pre-production, which is followed by production and post-production. Concept development is where the game designer comes in. He or she decides how the game will look, what's the story, and it goes into design where different things such as the looks, like where it's going to happen, all that stuff comes in, and then it goes into implementation where the game is made itself, and testing then where the game is tested to check whether or not it meets the original requirements, and then is deployed. So, game design can be very useful. However, it also allows people to explore themselves and give themselves their own identity. So, it relates to culture, artistic expression, and creativity. It allows more people to enter this field in order to fulfill their artistic desires and really show themselves who they are to this world. It allows more people to form their own identity by gaming, and the job is also very valuable. The gaming market is one of the biggest markets in the world and is not going to disappear anytime soon because technology is advancing very fast and so is gaming along with it. For example, in the UK, more money is spent on gaming than in the cinemas. And also, the game quality depends on more than the graphics and the artwork. It requires time, effort, skill, and sensibility. So, this job is not one of those easy jobs that you can fall back on if your plan A doesn't go well. To do this job, you have to have interest and you have to be very skilled in software. And the future. What can we look forward to in this job? Gaming will not disappear as mentioned before. It is an ever-growing industry worth billions and billions of dollars. And now we're seeing the first generation of parents who are also gamers. So they're passing on their experiences to their children, and that in turn results in a larger gaming group. And this also increases family togetherness. And for example, to show how big gaming is growing, you can see esports nowadays on ESPN, which is primarily a sports channel. And university. There's an increasing demand of video games because of the ever-growing population of people who play the game. So, this has led to universities implementing animation and game design courses. As mentioned before, it's more than just the code and the graphics. Creating a game that is playable and sellable is very difficult. That's why you might find in courses you start with learning artistic terminology and artistic theory in order to be able to conceptually develop the game. And this is not a fun and games course, much like the name. It is in fact exactly opposite, and it's a very time consuming and very hard working job.